Okay, so we've been talking about image placement on the page. We actually fudged this one with the non-broken space to get the whole image to display. The proper way, we can actually get rid of these and just simply leave the division alone here. If it's just a picture element in it, picture image, we can have inside the picture, the pic ID, there's a command called height. So we can actually define the height of that division. So if we know how high the picture is, what the measurements are, we can simply say 50 pixels. If the image is 50 pixels, we can define the height, declare that in the style sheet. Let's say save right here. I just want to show you what's going to happen. And yes, it does display properly. Now, we're also going to talk about navigation. Sometimes we have navigation on the left, sometimes we have it on the top. So we have the height set properly. We have the division set properly. Now let's add some navigation along here. If we wanted to have, let's say a bar, let's grab this right here. I actually have something typed up. Inside the body element, right on the top, we're going to have a navigation bar. Now if I save this, and I'm going to go over here, I'm going to click refresh, there's our navigation. Now notice that it goes from top to bottom because that's the way it's listed here. We can style this so that the navigation goes horizontal instead of up and down. So we can either keep it this way and just push all this over here using the styles and the margin and left and so forth, or we can have the navigation going all the way across. Let's look at how that's done. Quickly, we can take, using the margin and an element called display inline. If we used this declaration right here, and we have it up in the style sheet, so let's grab down here and we can add another line. I'm going to style the unordered list element, that's this element right here, this whole element, the unordered list element with the name of ID and all of the list tags. I want that to display inline. Save this. Let's do a refresh. What do we get? There we go. There it is. It's all in line. Now we can space it out. We can style this and we can space it out differently. We can have some other styles in here. We can, the unordered list with the ID of navigation of nav. We can have the margin left of 0, padding of 0. The list style is none. The background color, we can change the background of it, and we can float left and width of 100%. Let's save this and see what that gives us. What happened? So we can position the navigation menu around on the page as well. We can also style when we have the mouse roll over it. There's a pseudo element called the anchor tag, and simply what that does is we can, this anchor, when we define this in the HTML, we have the anchor tag with a reference of a page file, which we didn't define yet, but we can also style that. So when we hover over that, the color can change. Let's quickly save this before I run out of time, and look what happens. So we can change the background color when you hover over it. This is a great example of how to do an inline navigation on the top of the page.